All right, everybody. Dreamcatch Management, the Corey Jones here. Everyone's calling me, texting me, asking me what are my thoughts on the new FIBA rule. So what is the new FIBA rule? Well, let's check it out. Let me give it a quick read. The new FIBA rule mandating that players must pay agents directly rather than teams paying agents on their behalf. I will break this down for you guys, and I'm going to share the pros and I'm going to share the cons. And the cons do outweigh the pros. Now, first, let's start with the baseline of the rule and where it's coming from and who it's coming from. It's coming from FIBA, and it's coming from people who aren't in our position doing what we do. And I say that to say this. They've mandated a rule to take task and responsibility off their plate. They don't want to deal with the bottlenecks, the challenges, the drama, the conflict, going on with teams and agents and players not getting their money. They don't want no part of it anymore. So it lets me know how FIBA doesn't want to take responsibility over this industry that they govern. For me, as an agent and past player, there's conflict, and here's why. As an agent, I feel like we work hard enough to get some type of percentage to help A, the team, and then also help B, the player. We're the middleman, right? So now the team is saying, we're going to give you a number, and it's up to you and the player to discuss what those percentages are. And I feel like as an agent, we're servicing both parties. We should get paid on, one, giving a service to the team, and two, helping the player go to this team and the team elevating, the player elevating the team's performance, and that team generating more income for their season and their players and their fans and everything else. So here are my thoughts about FIBA right now as an agent. I'm frustrated with FIBA because we pay $1,000 a year. We don't get any type of thank you for being registered as a FIBA agent. We don't get nothing in the mail like that. There's no conferences for like education, or strategies, or, they don't give us any resources. Of course, we got to go online, go through dinosaur textbooks to get information, and it's so much stuff to read. It's like, this doesn't make sense. Like, what is the purpose of being a FIBA agent now? What is the purpose? I'm just curious. What is the purpose of being a FIBA agent now? If now with this rule, here's a con. The player don't even need an agent no more. The player and team can just do negotiations now, right? Now the team's not responsible for commissions, and the player can just take their full salary, and it's okay. So if I get a player a deal 1 year, the next year the player can say, I don't want to be with you, Dreamcatch Management. I'm just going to do my own thing, because the player knows he can just go to the team and just do business and make, of course, more money on top. I work too hard, man, to see a rule just get put out in midair. Like, we got no warning. I have no emails. It's just when FIBA makes a rule change, it's just boom. This is the new rule, and this is how it's going to be. All the contracts that I got right now have to be renegotiated because of this new rule. Now, the pros and the cons of this. And if you watch this long, that means you care. And if you didn't get this far, you're probably not going to see this part, obviously. So let's go over the pros and cons. The pros: transparency in transactions. Players will have a clear visibility into fees and, that they're paying the agents now. So now there's going to be visibility in where all the money is going. Obviously, there's agents in this business that overcharge these players, tell them a certain number, and get some money on top from the team that they don't know about. So if they charge a player $6K, if the player's getting $6K for the salary, they're going to tell the player $4K and take $2K from the team, and that's the team and agent deal. So really the deal is $6K, but secretly the agent is taking $2K off the top. So a lot of that goes on in this industry. So they're alleviating that. So that's a pro. Okay, full transparency on payments. So backdoor deals, right? That's not going to be happening as much. Hitting commissions. Then we got eliminates team bias. Ensures that the agents work closely and solely in the best interest of players, as payment no longer depends on agreements with teams. Teams do have a influence on how agents do business and how these contracts are structured, based off of agent fees and salaries. That makes a big, huge impact on this. So now, contracts can be negotiated a certain way to benefit the player, the team, and whoever else is involved. It's going to be a standardized, uniform rule across the whole market. So now everybody knows that player has to pay the agent for a commission. So that's transparent. But really, when it comes to these pros, the cons just heavily outweigh. And here go the cons right here. Players, especially earning modest salaries, may struggle to afford agent fees, which typically range from 5 to 10% of the contract value. Now, the standard contract agent fee is 10%. So if the player is making $1,000 a month, and these are for the lower level players that are just coming out of college, that barely have $100 in their bank account, if they have a bank account, they're getting $1,000 a month, and now they got to pay the agent $100 out of their check. Now they're making $900 a month for a 6-month contract. Okay? That extra $100 or that extra $600 for the 6-month contract could go to something valuable for this player. Helping his mom, helping his family, helping his baby, diapers. The economy is messed up right now, man. It's expensive out here. Every dollar counts. Then when you get to the higher salaries, you get a deal for $100K, and you telling this player, I need $10,000. Man, he ain't gonna want to do that. He wants all his money. High level players want all their money, right? And I think it's going to create a lot of creative strategies for these agents and teams and coaches to be able to work things out. It's going to create a lot of friction. It's going to create a lot of uncomfortable situations and conversations with players and agents. Players are going to be switching agents. Agents going to be switching players, and based off of percentages. This agent may be charging 15% now. This agent may be charging 5% now. This agent may be charging 10%. We can put any percent on now. Any percent we want, and it's up to the player to decide. You're going to have players that have no education on the market, no education on agent research. They just going to look for who can get them a deal and then get messed over on the back end with high percentage rates. It's like having a high interest credit card. 26%. You're not making any money like that. You're going to have agents getting over players now just to combat this rule. You're going to have players that we thought were loyal leave because they seen a better percentage here, or they just go straight directly to the team. We're going to see a lot of loyalty get broken. I'm telling you. It's going to be a lot of player movement. It's going to get complex, man. I got a lot to say. I don't want to be long-winded. It's just going to be a big adjustment for the agents. I'll be honest. Like, this is really going to be a challenge for people like myself that really put their love and passion into this business. And, you know, we make players money. We help teams make their money, save money. We want both parties to win, but agents, we got to eat too. We got to win too. I want everybody to win, man. And I don't even know, like, if having a license is worth it anymore, honestly, after this rule. I don't know if it's worth it. I should just get my NBA license. That's what I'm working on. Get my NBA license, you know, and just go to where there's structure. Go to where there's people in charge that's, you know, dribbled a basketball before, and there's transparency across the board. There's a government on deck ready to go, and a players association. There's people have a say. People have some type of say on what goes on in the NBA. I feel like FIBA they can do anything they want, man. We already have a hard time with BAT. We already have a hard time getting money from the teams. We already have a hard time getting on-time payments. We already have a hard enough time knowing what all the rules are and all the transfers that going on. There's no portal. There's no system. Eurobasket. And I know this isn't FIBA, but I feel like Eurobasket, man, like, and I'm going off subject now. Update your damn website. Update your website. Stats is not accurate. My name is on somebody else's team. Well, I'm going to end it there. Long story short, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, do what you need to do. Follow Dreamcatch Management. Long-winded video. Went longer than I wanted. I just care. I care about y'all. And it's about to get interesting in 2025.